Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to a beautiful Saturday, man. We're sitting here on August 31st. August 31st, having ourselves what I consider one of the last days of summer. But how are you doing? Quick question for you guys out there who are listening, and I hope you guys tune in here. Just want to talk to you about every day of the week. What's your favorite day? Do you have one? Yes, Saturday got to be one that everybody loves, right? I love Saturday. Who don't love it? Who don't love it? Because for most people, it's an off day, but some people, it's a work day. Trust me, I don't work every job, every shift. I work night shift and be out there all night on the railroad and every other job you can think of. Also used to work weekend shift. And when I worked weekend shift, it was so it was so cool back in the day to be able to work on the weekends because I was young, single, out there doing my thing. And I was up and down that freeway every single day living in Riverside, California. And I was really, really heavy into spoken word back then. And when I was doing my spoken word poetry, I ran across a cat over in Riverside, and they had what was like they called it a poetry session, but everybody was sitting there reading other people's poetry out of the book. And I listened to them for a while. I enjoyed it. I like all kinds of poetry. But then I spit some of my own. And when I come and I spit my thing, I spit ambidextrous from the left brain to the mic in my right hand, and then I Allen Iverson crossover in reverse. And just like the good book sitting on your nightstand, you see it all began with the word. And then I went on from there, and they was like, bruh, you need to get out of Riverside. You need to be in LA. I'm like, yeah, it seems kind of far. You guys doing poetry. I'm doing poetry. They like, no, you're not doing what we're doing. You're taking it to a whole nother, not another, whole nother level. And I was like, well, you happen to know any spots? He said, no, but I know the place. It's called Leimert Park. Keep in mind, you guys, back then, there was no GPS and everything in your car, and barely was cell phones at that time. And so I don't know if I'm about to date myself. I'm about to date myself right here. Have you guys ever heard of that? Yes, get access for somewhere. Go to your computer, print up the directions, take a paper copy, and then drive. Which to me was, oh man, that was cool to have a paper copy of some directions to be able to know where to go. Because why? I come from the day and age of the Thomas Guide. Yes, the Thomas Guide. If you've ever had to read the Thomas Guide and get to your destination, drop a comment in the chat. Let me hear from you, because having MapQuest was a beautiful thing. So what I did is I printed up the directions for Leimert Park, and it was vague. It'll never really take you to an address unless you had that address. But I showed up and I walked in, and with MapQuest directions and a book of lyrics, I went and hung out at a place called Fifth Street Dick's. First person I met was Fifth Street Dick. Yeah, he was there. I didn't know his story. I didn't know he had came from homelessness and opened up his own coffee shop, but boy, it was cool. Thank you, Shanika. Yeah, I see you, Shanika Renee. My goodness, yeah, you remember MapQuest, don't you? It was cool. It was cool. But now we got GPS. I walked into Fifth Street Dick's. Everybody I met inside that spot wound up being a host of their own open mic venue. So I was doing my poetry in Riverside, and then went to Leimert Park. I met Scrap Lover Zulu. I met Artist Mansoir. I met Yao Watts. Yeah, I met Alice the Poet. and Sandra Lorraine Coleman, better known as Silk. I met all these people, and I also met a cat named Best Kept out of Pomona, a little bit closer to Riverside. So that's what I did when I was working weekend. Love Saturdays, but what is your favorite day of the week? Do you have one? Do you prefer the weekends? Everybody hates on Monday. Man, what's that old, I believe it was Garfield. Garfield had a saying of, I hate Mondays. And I'm going to drop that in the chat. I hate Mondays. Monday to me is a good day to rise and shine. It is a very good day for you to get out there and rise and shine and get it going. If you would like to be able to come in here and talk to me, I would love to have you. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link right inside of the chat box. All you got to do is click that link and come on and talk to me. Monday's horrible. A lot of people with jobs that they can't stand. Have you ever had a job that just made you sick to your stomach? And you start thinking about it on Sunday night. Yes, you start thinking about it on Sunday night. I don't want to go back to that place again. I don't want to go back. Oh my goodness. And then when you show up on Mondays, it is humdrum. It is grind. Here's my attitude about Mondays now. It's your time to shine. Yeah, hit the floor running. Yeah, the older you get and the older you are, you start to understand every day is a blessing. Yes. Every day above that. You got a chance. Some people didn't get the opportunity. Some people went to bed over the weekend and didn't wake up. Think about it. They went to bed on the weekend and did not wake up. Why? Everybody who has passed away went on to meet the Lord. They all had big plans for the weekend. Wasting a perfectly good Monday. What about Tuesdays? Nothing really special about Tuesday, is it? Anything. Nothing really special about Tuesdays. I think Tuesday is a day where, you know what, you got a day under your belt. I did the thing. And now I'm getting ready for the rest of my week. That is when you can be your most productive, on a Tuesday. It's just a regular nose to the grinding stone, pack up your lunch pail, get to work, get to school, get to wherever you gotta go and get her done. That's what a Tuesday is. What is your favorite? What is your favorite day of the week? I know some people don't like Wednesdays. Some people love them. Yeah, you remember the camel? It was a commercial way back in the day. Hump Day. It was a camel talking about Hump Day. This is the day where half the week is gone and you only got half of the week left. Wednesdays. Wednesday has a very special part in my heart because my father worked for 40 years, gourmet Italian chef. I've heard so many people online talking about that restaurant, Banducci's, Bittervilles. Shout out to Banducci's in Palm Springs. Banducci's. People used to line up at Banducci's, and they didn't know there was a black man in there cooking that Italian food. He was taught by Mama Teresa, Mother Banducci. Yeah, and she passed it on to her daughter, Eleanor. But it was my father, Wilbert Patrick, back there cooking that Italian cuisine, and he had one day off a week, Wednesday. So Wednesday is special to me because he used to cook. And when he did cook, it was an extravagant meal. You got to understand, if you cook for a living, you don't want to cook on your one day off. Every now and then he would, but my goodness, it'd be 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night, and he trying to go to the supermarket and get one more ingredient. Oh man, I got to go to school in the morning, Dad. Be 10 o'clock at night, but boy, you be sleepy and slop it up. Great Wednesday memories for me, and that's why I do my Word to the Wise podcast every single Wednesday. Tune in at the T Patrick on YouTube at the T Patrick, Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. Yeah, Shanika, you say you love your job. Okay, that is great. I'm glad that you love your position. If you've ever had a favorite day of the week, why is it your favorite? What's wrong with Thursday? Is there anything wrong with a good old Thursday? Think about it. I know on Thursdays for me, it is, man, you got your head halfway into tomorrow. You're thinking about the end of the week. You're thinking about the end. If you do that, and you're thinking about the end, I'm telling you, if you got one foot in yesterday, the other foot into tomorrow, they say you are pissing on a perfectly good day. How do you utilize your Thursdays? Do you look past it? Because we all have 24 hours in a day. And some of us, we look back on our lives and think about how many days we truly wasted. So if you do have those days that you are just looking past, that could be your winning time. If you like winning and you like being able to excel in whatever it is that you do, don't look past any days. Jump on board with a good old Thursday, because Friday will be here before you know it. Friday. I'm going to tell you the truth. I worked so many different jobs. Man, I used to work for a rental car agency. I used to spray tar on and recap truck tires, yes, for Firestone. I also used to do a job where we worked for a place called Carmichael Design, and where we made acrylic furniture. I also had a job, man, where we were out there just detailing cars. Friday is probably the least productive work day that you can have. Nobody's feeling Fridays. At work, they're thinking about, what's going on the weekend? What's happening on the weekend? So if that is your day, then let me know. Hey, what's up, Crypto? How you doing? Cryptic Diano, my man. Salute to you too, brother. Hey, Cryptic, what's your favorite day of the week? Do you have one? Drop some in the comments. What's your favorite day of the week? Is it Friday? Is it Saturday? I've been all through the days, and I know that we can squander some pretty good days of the week, because everybody loves a Friday evening. Yes, I done put in my work week. I'm done. I gave them all that I could, and I probably gave them a little bit more than I should, but I love it. I did the thing, and I get off. Hey, some people say that it is because it's a payday. Yeah, Cryptic said, I don't really have a favorite day. Got to make the most of all of them. My brother, you just said a whole mouthful right there. A whole mouthful. In fact, I think I can give you a round of applause, man. At our disposal. But you know what we do? We have the tendency to just look by it. So if you are a Friday person, that's your favorite day of the week, then hey, more power to you. Enjoy. Yes. And he said, but I am programmed to love the weekend. Me too. Like I said, I work weekend shift. And when I did, I spent more money when I worked weekends. I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3/12s. But the company, TTX Calpro, the railroad, they paid us for 40. Now, if you work 3/12s and they're only giving you 36 hours of pay, it ain't nice, because you got to figure out how to come back in sometime during the week. But boy, Friday night, isn't it a freedom? Doesn't it feel good? Well, that brings us to today, right here, right now. What are you doing with your beautiful Saturday? We got probably one of the last summer days that is upon us right here on August 31st, Labor Day. Working man, the working woman, celebrate Labor Day. Put some meat on the grill. But you got a Saturday here, Anybody, any homeowners out there that love to get out there and do some yard work? Anybody like going to get a haircut on Saturday? Anybody like washing their car on a Saturday? You can do a lot on a Saturday, man. Go to a barbecue, just hang out. Me, I like playing croquet. I like playing golf. I'm going to get into some pickleball. I heard that it's fun. Have any of you ever played pickleball? Drop a comment inside of the comment section. I want to hear from you. Is it fun? Is it hard on the knees? Because I like tennis, but I just can't play it no more. Just those sharp stops. It's just bad on the knees and bad on the ankle. How is pickleball? Let me hear from you guys. Love to be able to hear if you have indeed played. But hey, if you have not, cool. Then won't you just go ahead and give it a whirl one time? You know, I always like to do things that also going to stimulate the brain. But first things first, clean house. That's my Saturday. When I was young, it was Saturday morning cartoons and the family cleaning up the house. It was a joint effort. But my big brother, big shout out to Big Black Jack. Jack, how you doing, Jack? Yes, on Saturday, he was the oldest sibling. And I'm going to tell you, he was a hard taskmaster. He would get up and start cleaning and just give you dirty looks. You see me. You see what I'm doing. Get up and start cleaning too. Yes, Big Jack, he ruled with an iron fist. So I still have that embedded to me now, even today, of Saturday, clean your house. Okay, you like to have a nice clean home on a Saturday afternoon and a Saturday evening. If that's not your thing, cool. That is okay with me too. Sunday has multiple meanings. Is Sunday your favorite day of the week? Do you have a favorite day? Is Sunday your favorite day? If so, if Sunday is your favorite day, let me hear from you. Drop a comment in the chat and let me hear, what is your favorite day? Is it Sunday, the day of worship? If you only go to church on Sunday, are you really doing the Lord's work? Yes, I come from a family where we didn't go to church as kids. I didn't have that upbringing. The reason being was my grandfather, Baptist minister. My grandfather, Baptist minister, traveling minister on the road in the dark, going to preach every place. So my father, he said, I'm not going to make y'all go to church. Go if you want to. But without that nudge, family, that encouragement, we just didn't go. You know what we did? I'll tell you, cousins. Come in a little closer. We watched a whole lot of football. That's what we did. Watched a whole lot of football. And when you do that, you become an avid football fan. I think that Sunday, to me, will always be worshiping the Lord and getting home, watching some football, and also Sunday dinner. Yes, I do love a good Sunday dinner. You know, when I was dating my wife, love over here, but I need to know, in fact, that you are marrying material. How you feel about Sunday dinners? Well, what's the difference of a Sunday dinner? I'll tell you, it's more than one pot. Yeah, if you can put it all in one pot, that's not a Sunday dinner. You need a meat and some sides and probably a nice little chilled beverage or what have you. And I wouldn't be mad at you if you put some dessert on my plate. That's all I want as a man, just a Sunday dinner. It don't always happen. Everybody gets tired. But sometimes when you look at the entire week, you got to understand you're letting some days that are passing you by. You have a great opportunity every single day that you wake up on the right side of the dirt. That is an opportunity for you to excel, an opportunity for you to be out there and be great. If you are on a Wednesday and you looking back at the previous weekend, the other peripherals looking at the future weekend, what about today? We can bypass a golden opportunity. Yes, and that opportunity may not come on your favorite weekend day. It may come during a work week, even a hated, dreaded Monday. Yes, it can even be on a Monday. So if you have one of those favorite days and you like to lean into that day, cool. Beautiful for you. Thank you guys for tuning into this live. I'm glad you came and was able to hang out with me on this live. And thank you for everyone who dropped a comment. Drop the comment right inside of the chat box. I want you to tune in to Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. That is my podcast happening on every single Wednesday. I am Terry Patrick. Yes, and this has been a presentation of Word to the Wise podcast. And I would love to be able to hear from you guys down the road. All right? You enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Great weekend, probably the last weekend of summer, a 3-day weekend. Oh my goodness, Labor Day coming up. You gonna put some meat on the grill? Are you gonna put a little bit of meat on the grill for Labor Day? That's the working man, the working woman's holiday, and all those who paved the way for us. And me, as a person who has been working some 40 years, I celebrate Labor Day. Yes, I do. And I will be putting me some ribs and some Earl Campbell hot links. If you never tried Earl Campbell hot links, oh my goodness, you don't know what you're missing. For me, it's Earl Campbell's or forget about it. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be seeing you soon. And when I do, we're going to pod about it. Peace and blessings, y'all. Love, peace, and hot catfish grease.